Okay. Part 2 on the 95 Chevy solenoid. Last video, I put this part together. Let me put some white lithium grease in it. This gear here, I'd rather put some lithium grease or form of some sort of grease, just so it ain't direct metal to metal. Some people out there wouldn't bother doing this. I myself, I'd rather do so, just because it's a metal to metal setup. Hang on. Okay, so you have to wiggle it around and play with it a little bit to get it to go together, but when you're done, it'll go together. Just gotta play with it. Then there's that little washer, but you know what? Because that son of a gun is gonna cause me an issue. The headache part is going to be this. Getting this back together, because you got 4 brushes down inside there. If you look, you'll see there's 4 brushes at the 6, 12, 3, and 9 position. They will set on this shaft right here I'm tapping on, which is part of the armature. Alright, so this rubber grommet. And stop and think for a brief second. See, normally I'll put this starter, I'll set it in a vise. Set my vise randomly got broken here recently. Not getting into that. Stuff doesn't always just fall right together. See that little rubber seal that I'm sitting here working back in place is actually to keep this sealed up so water and moisture does not get inside of this case, which that will be a big mess, because that's what'll tear a starter up quick. And when you got sitting something like this, just take, without getting the starter wire stuck in your eyeball. Press those two like so, and you take your little pick. Just kind of work with them. Just get them down in nice and easy. Flathead screwdriver may help too. Then it should drop just like so. And that'll sit like that. That'll sit there. One long bolt. So I'll go here. The other one will go right there. Just like so. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little easier on myself. I just happen to have, well, I thought I did. There's one, there's two. Well, I was gonna switch over to a thumb ratchet, but apparently my one for 3/8 drive is God knows where at the moment. It's probably over in the other box. This is the beginning of January 2026. I forget the date. Yeah, figure story of my life. Ooh. So this new starter, the way it's set up, all new solenoid. See what's happening? It's making contact right here. Look, you'll see where that stud, the nut right there, is making contact here. You might have to play with it a little bit, so give me a minute. And after getting a 1/2 inch wrench and getting that off, take the washer off, install the wire from the armature, which is your bottom one. Just kind of finesse it onto there like so. Should go something like that. Then you put your lock washer back on it. Then you're gonna have to sit here and monkey with it for a moment. Make sure you don't cross thread it. You can mess it up, because what will happen if you cross thread, these studs are brass. By cross threading them, it'll get to a point where it goes so far on, bind up, and you can take a chance of breaking this stud, or it'll twist this stud inside the solenoid and break it. That's what you don't want. So just take you a minute, hold your finger over it just like you see me do. Do what you can by hand, then use a wrench, not a socket. And just sit there and work with it. Make sure it's staying on there free spinning. Should be able to do one of these deals. Once you get it past this little metal tab here, should be able to just take your finger and spin it all the way until it gets to that point. Now it's against the lock washer. There you go. Your starter solenoid has been replaced. I would do a video on how to install this thing, but it's after 9 o'clock at night, and there's goodness how many videos out there on the World Wide Web that shows how to change these starters. If for some reason in search of looking up who knows what, I see there is no videos or no decently good videos, I may take and make one in the future. Because even though this is a new solenoid, and regardless if it fixes the problem or not, with as much as I use my truck, I do eventually plan on replacing it with a new one. Now, standard is the brand solenoid I used. A good valid part number is SS337. So there you go, this way. If you guys are out there and you can't find a solenoid, you at least have a good part number. I picked up mine at O'Reilly's with an account. It knocked it down a good bit, but still well over $100+ for an exact fitment. But if you have the 6.2, or if you're looking around online, my bad, I said 6.2. I'm thinking of the motor that's sitting in the other truck, in the blue 76. If you're doing a gear reduction starter, that is a 6.5, and you're looking around, because you can find these on Amazon, right here is how it's supposed to look. There's a piece of rubber that sits here. Let me take a second to put it on there. Okay. It'll look something like that. And then the other end will be pretty much like you see right there. Except there's a bolt here and a bolt here, which I took them out because in part 1, I was going to attempt to get this apart. I said screw it and focus back on the main video. But 6.5 solenoid will look like this for the Chevrolet. 6.5 Detroit, and that's a 1995, which they did these 6.5s with the gear reduction. I could be wrong. 93, 94, all the way up to I do believe is 99, 2000. They may have went back to 90. I'm not sure. I know 89, 90 right in there still had a 6.2. The 6.5, when they introduced that, I think was 93. Those years and that little bit of information I might be somewhat wrong on, so research it. But the 6.5, good possibility you have this style solenoid. You can find them on Amazon, probably a lot cheaper. Only reason I didn't go that route is the fact of how soon I needed it. The way mine was acting, I couldn't wait 2-3 days. I needed it right then and there. Local hub store had it. So that concludes this video. Have a good one. Like, subscribe, share.